Say that again.
I said it wouldn't be a day in the life video in Atlanta without traffic. Getting with the lemonade electrolytes element. Not sponsored, but they can sponsor me if they want to. This stuff is so good. Let's get to work.
Right.
Literally, like, Paul Skeens was like throwing a pen right over there. It's the craziest thing. He like said he was working at like 80% through 5 pitches, 98, 98, 98. Craziest thing I've ever seen. What's up?
Any specific goal for today or no?
Yeah, just kind of for most of the off season, it's just been trying to hit the ball the other way with some backspin power. So a lot of bat position stuff, just making sure I'm working to the inside of the baseball. Today we got some long distance kind of high carry heaters. So with this, it's just the idea is just to get on plane early, stay on plane, be able to drive the ball for the guys. Yeah, just like kind of creeping down into it instead of sticking it.
This is what I'm talking. Look how vertical the barrel is.
Yeah.
I know the pitch is down, but still. So like, I think you need to focus like your elbow and your bicep need to stay up a little better when you land. That's what's flattening it out a little. Yeah.
These are top ends. I also feel like I'm just looking at it, I'm just catching it way too deep. On the ones that are up there, I'm like back here. All the angles look red, I'm just catching it too deep. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, lifting up immediately after, I noticed it would be like a good attack angle. Swing felt great, man. Kind of had a tough time at the beginning, but figured it out. Just his barrel position thing, just posture. But work in progress, man. Just getting ready for the high school season. Yeah, you didn't see that. I head back to the crew. Gonna go whip up some steaks. I'll show you all the cooking technique. I got a little mastered it over the years, gotten good at it. I've been trying to eat steak every day. That's something that's been important for me, is really trying to take care of my diet. Because I like lift weights a lot, you know, try and get bigger and all that stuff, but I wasn't really fueling my body right. So once I started, you know, putting good stuff in my body, I started noticing good results. So that's the game plan.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Definitely steak. But then second to that, we do these bacon wrapped scallops on the grill, and those are really, really good. Top 3 foods are probably steak, salmon, and sweet potato. All those are definitely some of my go-tos. So, but yeah. And sometimes when I'm in a pinch, we have Trader Joe's, and they have these bags of like teriyaki chicken. It's like frozen teriyaki chicken, and it's like $5 a bag, but I just cook up one of those full bags. It's like 80-90 grams of protein, throw some rice under it, make some teriyaki chicken. That's one of my go-tos. That's really good. This thing had a hard time starting up the other day. Please don't give out on me today. I got one going. Golly. Dang. Alright, let this heat up real quick. We're gonna season up these steaks. Have ourselves a steak dinner for lunch. And then we have like this special seasoning that I got for Christmas. It's like a rosemary and sage, I think. Salt mix. Once I kind of can feel the inside of the steak and the center is like kind of soft to the touch, that's when I know it's good to go. So still got a little bit to go, but it's looking good. I'm going to throw this lemon on there. And this is a little kind of unique thing other people don't do, but just a little bit of lemon on a steak, it adds a little bit of acid. And there's something about like flavors of foods that when you add a fat like butter and some sort of acid like a lemon, it just kind of gives it a unique flavor. So I learned that from Benihana's chef. We were eating hibachi, and he was telling us about that. So I tried it with my steaks, and it's been pretty good ever since. So. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. That's why I love a grill, man. Like that flame just gives it such a good charred flavor. Used to cook on pan, but started going to the grill and never turned back, man. It's just so much better. Steak's all done. Let's get the grill off. Want to let the steaks sit a little bit. You don't want to eat them straight off. They gotta sit just for a little bit, but then we'll be good to go. Got brand new egg pans for Christmas. These are like super non-stick, so our other ones like kind of started wearing down, so what would happen is you'd cook them and then like the metal coating would come up, so you get like metal bits in your eggs. So this is definitely an upgrade. Dang. Did I not just nail that, chat? Look at that. Look at this, bro. Oh my gosh, come on now. Come on now. Look at those juices coming out of that steak. Hey, if this baseball thing doesn't work out, I'm gonna become a professional chef. That is money right there. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, man. Like, I used to pay so much to go to these steakhouses. I mean, we go to Longhorn and drop $50 on a bone-in ribeye. I'm like, I might as well just learn how to cook it myself.
Bro, how did you get the nickname Marty Party?
It was it's funny, it was a high school thing. I think it was kind of a team thing, but I remember it was a kid named Colton Walker. Not the name drop, but a kid named Colton Walker. We call him Samo. But he was kind of the one that originated it. I was like hitting in like an AB. This is my freshman year on JV, and he just yelled out Marty Party, and I think the name just kind of stuck. Had a nice ring to it, made it my Instagram handle. I think it's my Snap too, so.
Wow, what about the red eye contact? Explain. So tell me where you wear red eye contacts first off.
Yeah, so I started it, this would have been halfway through the summer. Started wearing red contacts, and they were really good for helping me see the ball. I like the visual kind of element of the game because I think it's kind of overlooked. Like a lot of people are, they talk about their swing, and swing's important, all that stuff. But like if you're not seeing the ball at a high level, that doesn't really matter what you do. So started really trying to figure out the visual element of it. So my optometrist recommended these red contacts and gave them a try, and they were pretty sick. It like just makes the seams look more red, kind of pick up spin out of the hand a little better. So,
did you want to do a rim tour?
A rim tour? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We got some pretty cool stuff up there. Do you know who Ted Williams is? We got a Ted Williams autograph and a Barry Bonds autograph. Those are my two favorite players of all time for sure.
You have like a player you like try to take after, like try to mimic, like you think he does everything right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of honestly Ted Williams for that reason. Hitting's definitely my favorite part of the game, and I think he just kind of is the first book I ever read was The Science of Hitting. Kind of geeked out about it. I really liked studying hitting, but he was definitely the first guy that was kind of like, watching him do his thing. It was just really cool to kind of see him study the game, see how seriously he took it, and I tried to idolize my development after that for sure.
So when did you start looking at the game so scientifically? Like,
definitely,
at what age?
Definitely 13U, because I did the 13U national showcase. It was like the PG national showcase, and I was kind of buns, like, like just to be straight out, like. I was just buns. I mean, like, all my metrics weren't very good. I didn't really hit the ball hard, and I just didn't really stick out. And what I realized was I wasn't one of these, like, genetic anomalies that was going to just, be super tall, super big or whatever and hit the ball hard, that I had to work for what I wanted to do. So I kind of had to figure out these kind of mini 1% ways that I could develop and get better. At the end of the day, it kind of came down to, really taking advantage of the weight room a lot, but also, figuring out ways to, increase bat speed, increase exit velo. So definitely.
Yeah, I feel like you understand your swing a lot more than most kids.
Definitely. And I take pride in that because, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's what makes a good player successful is, like, if you know what makes you good, if you know what makes your swing really good, when you inevitably hit those kind of bumps in the season, then you know what you can go back to be successful. Because I think a lot of kids are good at hitting, but they might not know what clicks, what makes them good. That if they go into a slump, it's kind of like, what do I do now? Because I don't really know what a good swing looks like.
So what's your home run goal this year?
Definitely over 10. Wow, something over 10 would be awesome. Maybe over 12, but
how big is your high school field?
It's a good question. Our coach told us, he said it was like 317 to right. So I could get some backside jimmies. Pull side, I think is 320. But dead center is like polo grounds, dude. It is hard to hit them out dead center, like, because the wall is tall, and I think it's like 370, 380. So you got to hit it's got to be poked to get out. So, just catch them out front, party out front. So I think we'll be good. Definitely looking forward to the high school season too, man. I love my teammates, love getting to play with them. It's a fun group. I played with all these kids since my freshman year, and just kind of see the team progress has been awesome.
What body part are you working out today?
Let's go ahead and go upper. I already did some sprints today. Might do some lower body, kind of more so like explosive, just kind of maintenance movements like ankle stuff. But besides that, it's going to be some, get a quick pump. I enjoy working out to work out too. I'm not like, I think a misconception in baseball is a lot of people are so worried about like their workouts being baseball specific. But like if you look in the MLB, all these dudes are just jacked. Like that's the reality of it. Like to play any professional sport, you have to be physical. And I think so many kids are so caught up in like, oh, I got to be sport specific, that they're not looking at the fact they're like, bro, you're like 170 pounds. You're not going to play in the big leagues if you're a string bean. That's just the reality of it. So,
you got a weird fact that somebody may not know about you if they don't know you?
Weird fact.
There's like something something different that you do that other people may not.
Yeah, well, so I don't like do this still, but a weird fact about me was for probably about 5 years there, I was age 8 to like 13 roughly. I was doing like magic tricks and stuff. That was like my thing. Like I was in like the school talent show. So my official name was the Great Martini. I'd like go on stage and I had some pretty cool moves. I could take a card and like flick it and then like, make it hover, so That was back in my Claremont elementary days. We had a talent show, and it was pretty good. Yeah, before baseball, that was my thing.
How do you balance lifts, school, and baseball? Like, what's your schedule normally look like in season versus out of season?
Yeah, in season, honestly, definitely being able to prioritize sleep. I think so many people get so, rushed in the season and everything that they kind of forget the fact that during that part of the season, recovery is probably the most important element of it. And as I said, I think kind of going back to the whole putting first things first, set up screen time limits on my phone and everything, because it was interesting. I would go back and look at my screen time, and I'd complain that I never had enough time in the day to get stuff done, but then I'd look at my screen time and I'd be like, well, shoot, I'm wasting, an hour and a half on Instagram every day. That's not going to get me close to where I want to be. So, set up screen time limits on my phone, and all of a sudden I noticed myself being a lot more efficient with my time. And that would kind of allow me to get everything done that I needed to. And also just getting up early. I'm more of a early person anyway. So, being able to get up early, go lift, it's nice to be able to start my day off with something accomplished. So.
What's a small habit that you can't live without? Like something small you do that you couldn't not do?
Definitely lifting. I think it's weird because lifting weights for me is as much a part of my athletic performance as it is therapeutic. A lot of these MLB scouts in these interviews, were asking me what my hobbies outside of baseball were, and sometimes I'd say weightlifting, and and to them it's kind of well, weightlifting is part of baseball, but for me it really is a hobby. I just enjoy going in there and lifting weights. It's almost kind of as I said, it's therapeutic for me. I'm there early in the morning. It's the first thing I'm doing, and it's just kind of time by myself. I'm a natural introvert, so being able to be by myself, lift weights, and just kind of be in my own peaceful little realm, so to speak, is definitely a habit.
Would you prefer to have a chill weekend or a fully packed schedule?
That's a good question. Definitely not fully packed to the extent that I'm going lots of places, but I like having things to do. I guess for me, chill usually also includes me doing something. That's definitely one thing. A pet peeve is I hate not doing anything, sitting around bed rotting. It's probably my least favorite thing to do because I just I'll end the day and I just feel so unproductive that at least being able to get up and do something, that's definitely what I would go for. And I feel you can still have a chill day, get a workout in and hit, and it's not that taxing on your body, and you can end the day knowing you got something done. So.
Do you have any rituals you do before a game, a habit maybe?
Yeah, I do pregame visualization. It's been a big thing in my mental game, and that's kind of been a way I've improved my play. Basically, I guess it would have been the fall of my junior year going into the summer of my 17th year. The only adjustment I made wasn't even offensively, it was just mentally. So I would visualize pregame. I would visualize the moments I had success, relive those in my head, and I basically created a highlight reel in my head of the times that I was doing really, really good. And it helped me kind of sustain my success throughout the season, even when I had slumps. And then even post-game, I do, I guess y'all get to see it today, but I do a journal every single night of things that I did really well for the day, and then things that I can work on and grow on going into the next day. And it's kind of given me a blueprint that I can live by each day, to know what I need to do. It's sad. I used to have this haircut. It was shaved on the sides, the little comb over, and I'd wear it wet too. I would keep it wet, and I'd put in the hair gel. It was the crew hair gel. Hey man, if anybody could pull off that look, I could, and it might be returning. You never know. But ever since then, I kind of been rocking with the mullet, and I think I'm sticking with that for the time being. This is Doug. He's a Shih Tzu. I think he's 6, turning 7 years old. No pun intended. But yeah, that's Doug. He's got his Christmas sweater. It's my mom buys them for him. They're a cashmere. He don't like me, honestly. Every time I try and pick him up, he'll bite me, but he loves Mom. I think he's in a bad mood right now because Mom's at work, so. This is the crib. Yeah, man, we got a lot of baseball stuff on here. Kind of just give you all the rundown. So this is all, it's kind of me and my dad. We kind of put this together. This is a baseball wall. Mostly old guys. Not a whole lot of newer baseball players, but I just love baseball history. So got Barry Bonds down there. Ty Cobb teaching Hank Aaron how to grip a baseball bat. Ty Cobb, another picture of Ty Cobb. 2 pictures of Dale Murphy. This is a really cool one. I mean, these are all just the greatest baseball players of all time in one photo. Ted Williams autograph up there. Hank Aaron, Joe DiMaggio, and then Larry Doby, who, if y'all don't know him, he's like the Jackie Robinson of the American League. He was like the first to ever integrate the American League, so that was kind of cool. This was some of my All-American gear from the All-American event. It was kind of cool. My dad had me sign my jersey, so it was a good experience. That was one of the bats they gave us. That was the hat and the elbow guard. These are some more bats. For those of y'all that have seen the video of me hitting the home run at BT, this is actually the bat from BT. It's bent. If any of y'all can't tell, it's kind of slightly boomeranged. I actually have played the 3rd game of that series with a bent bat, and I didn't even know it. So there's that. And then this is cool. This is just kind of all the dudes from PG All-American. My dad loves getting autographs, so he was able to go around, and some of the dudes he saw on the summer circuit and in fall, he was able to get some of their autographs. So yeah, and then one last thing. This is the bathroom. This is kind of cool. I think this is different from everybody else. I just have just some sticky notes every day. I usually like to take a sticky note and write something down. Just put it on my wall. It's just a reminder each and every day of like my goals, everything I'm striving for, and kind of, start my day off good, just with some positive messages. So yeah, and we got the Mississippi State stuff, of course. We got a Mississippi State banner up there and the Stark Vegas sign. My girlfriend actually got that for me, the one at the very top. So shout out to her. But yeah, all the stuff has been good. I love all the Mississippi State stuff. So yes, sir. Supposed to help keep your muscles hydrated. It's like actually just started taking this. It was like 2 months back. It's called liquid glycerol. It's just something that helps if you have trouble with like muscles that cramp up every now and again. This is one of the best supplements for that. Take it before I work out. Let's roll.
The mind is this, was thought of as this abstract phenomenon, and the body is this physiological. Can we just like lay out the and you alluded to it a little bit. Can we take a little bit of a deeper dive into how your mind actually does manifest physically in your body?
This is a banger, and I know bangers. This is my go-to workout song. Let's get it going. And this thing really just tracks bar speed. Basically, it's like a way for me to take an exercise like bench press and just be able to turn it into an explosive exercise. So it'll track how fast I'm moving it. Today I got eccentric, so basically slow on the way down, then when I hit push up, I'm only doing like 5 reps. But the idea is to move the weight quick on the concentric part of the movement. Just a good chest explosive exercise. I look, you just ripped ass, bro. Yeah, what's up? Usually I just end every one of my nights with some sort of a journal. I mentioned earlier just kind of my mental game and how good it's been for me being able to end every day with like a reflection of what I did well, things I can work on, and kind of be able to track that over a long period of time. So I just try and do that every single night, just, you know, journal how my day went and all those sorts of things. So, and specifically I'll journal something I'm grateful for, and then I do what's called a daily ESP. So all that means is an area where I gave good effort, success, and then I had progress, and then I write my affirmation quotes, and then I just sign it off for the day. So.